You're saying Aishwarya is meeting with Rajiv Shukla. More details tumbling out. BCCI to hold the SGM on the 26th of June for the process of coach selection. Ritangshu, further details, please. Ritangshu, further details on that piece of breaking news that's coming in. BCCI to hold the SGM on 26th of June for coach selection.
Well, yes, indeed. Now, that comes on the backdrop of the BCCI sending out a revised tender, asking all other people to also come up with their other applicants also to send in their entries as well. We understand that there's a special governing special general meeting which has been convened by the BCCI on the June 26th, which ties in with what we just told our viewers earlier, that the decision the BCCI hopes to tie this down by the Sri Lankan tour. So essentially on 26th of June, the SGM is planning to sit on it, perhaps come up with a suitable name and a candidate, and then announce it, and that person could take over from the Sri Lankan tour onwards.
Okay, Ritangshu, some more news that's coming in. Sources are telling NewsX that a surprise contender can spring up ahead of the SGM meet. Okay, so a lot of speculation, Ritangshu, isn't it? After Anil Kumble stepped down, a lot of names doing the rounds. There are 5 main contenders that people are saying, but sources indicate there could be a surprise contender altogether.
Well, yes, indeed, because it's not as simple as first come, first serve. Now, there were other contenders in the fray that included people like Tom Moody, that included people like Virendra Sehwag, if reports were believed, even someone like Lalchand Rajput, even someone like Doda Ganesh were in the fray. So the BCCI right now doesn't want to make look at a lot of other things apart from just a stellar CV and a stellar PowerPoint presentation. It needs to look at a player, especially now that the precedent has been set that the new head coach has to be in sync with the team captain, which is Virat Kohli. So the BCCI now has to keep in mind that it has to select a candidate who is not only capable of keeping the team united and keeping the team in check, training them, being responsible for their coaching, but also someone who does not rub the players the wrong way, because unfortunately one would have assumed that someone like Anil Kumble, given his legendary status and his cricketing acumen, would have been a perfect fit, but for some reason, whatever be that, Kumble and Virat Kohli and Anil Kumble didn't get along, and as a result they now need to find someone with whom the team players, or at least Virat Kohli, can have a working understanding with, which is why perhaps it could be someone who has not even been thought of right now, when speculations could not have, someone whose name is not cropped in the media so far, someone who might not even have applied for it, someone who might be approached by the BCCI as a possible option to take over.
It's interesting when you speak about the approach factor, Ritangshu, because many people question Virendra Sehwag on the possibility of whether he could be the coach for the Indian cricket team. Of course, there is an entire long, elaborate process, and the meeting is going to start on the 26th of June, like you were pointing out. But when we talk about being approached, Virendra Sehwag said that he has not been approached so far. So while he is one of the most likely contenders, as people are saying, it's interesting to know that the man himself is not really, in the ring just as yet.
Well, yes, and obviously now no contender will really come out in the open and say that, I want to be Team India coach. So we'll have to take every disclaimer and every denial with a pinch of salt. Having said that, I don't believe the BCCI has given any indication that it is actually seriously considered Virendra Sehwag's application, because there have been a lot of reports, rumors which are done around. There was also a report which went on a bit earlier this month of Virendra Sehwag sensationally putting in a 2-line CV, which is then come out and denied. So there are a lot of speculations going around the lines, and I don't believe Virendra Sehwag is being seriously considered because of the simple factor that his playing days himself are not over. So he has not officially retired. He is the contemporary of people like Yuvraj Singh and Mahendra Singh Dhoni. He is still eyeing a comeback in the regular international team. So it's a bit premature for Virendra Sehwag to be seen as a coach. Ultimately, player coaches is something which Team India has never experimented with. Some IPL teams have done it. Someone who is a player also turns out to be a coach. But that player, like for instance Rahul Dravid was for Rajasthan Royals, is someone who was head and shoulders above all the other team players in terms of stature. So he automatically attracted a form of leadership or gravity. They had a form of gravitas around him. That cannot exist with Virendra Sehwag, because he'll be in charge of coaching his peers and some people are just below him. So there are logistical issues, there are practical problems which arise with Virendra Sehwag.
Right.
And that is why we believe that the BCCI is quite tight-lipped, because it really does not have a clear front-runner at this moment.
Well, one thing is for sure, it doesn't really affect Team India much for this West Indies series. Ritangshu, thank you for joining us for the moment with those details.